What's up, world? It's October 2nd. I'm currently in Manhattan, New York. Tomorrow, I'm going to be speaking to a grand jury about my former employment with Combs Enterprises.
Hey, yo, Phil, can you give me 20 Xanax, please? I need my Gucci bag up here. Hey, yo, Phil, can y'all come straighten it up over here? Not looking luxurious. The mushroom capsule. Tell him I need 10 out of it. I need some Cialis. And Phil, I need a plan B. And Phil, do we have any more chocolates? Because she's going to need a chocolate in a minute.
This has all been a very psychological, emotional roller coaster for me.
I'm all in them. I ain't gonna lie.
Kind of nerve-wracking. It can be very scary.
You cannot escape this.
We know what this person is capable of doing.
I'm not about to be transparent for y'all or anybody. Anything I want people to know, I'm gonna let them know. You in the process of what I'm allowing you to see. There's some dark places y'all motherfuckers don't want to go. Stay where you're at. Mwah.
It kind of does follow you. It follows you everywhere. And I'm still dealing with the aftermath of all this.
All right, Mark.
However, all I can do is speak my truth. Here I am. Stay tuned for more. My name is Phil Pines. I was a senior executive assistant for Mr. Combs, and I started in December of 2019, and I ended in December 2021. For me, the reason I wanted to tell my story was, to make sure that Sean Combs and people like him can't do these kind of things to anybody else.
You've filed a complaint against Sean Combs and Christina Quorum, so we would just like to discuss with you some of those personal allegations.
It's hard to come here and sit down with you and talk about these situations because he was somebody that I looked up to. He said, "What are you doing here?" the first time he spoke to me. I said, "Mr. Combs, working for you is a dream of mine. I want to be here. What are you talking about?" That was the truth. I wanted to work for him. And they always say, sometimes when you meet your heroes, they let you down. When I started to work for Mr. Combs, it felt amazing. It felt like I was around one of the most powerful people in the world, really. And when it comes to culture, he was so influential on everybody. So it was just exciting initially. Miami was like a playground for Mr. Combs. He liked warm weather. The house was right there on the bay in Star Island. I was a personal assistant, someone to staff the principal on a day-to-day basis, packing his bags, rolling his calls, getting him prepped for a meeting. And then there was one particular night that he came up to me and gave me a long list of items that he wanted and requested for his bedroom. And that was the night that I understood kind of the assignment and what was going to potentially be my responsibility moving forward. While King Night was something that got text messaged to me, I kind of started to understand the context of what that is. So then you could kind of put it together and understand, oh, I get it.
Is the Wild King Night the same thing as the Freak Off? Are these the same event with different names?
I didn't hear Freak Offs until, it came up in one of the first claims that was presented to the public. I didn't hear of that term.
So as far as you knew, those were always referred to as Wild King Night?
Yeah, Wild King Nights.
Now, Diddy is also known for these extravagant, star-studded bashes. Were the Wild King Nights happening at these big star-studded events?
I think there's a difference and a disparity between what people think they were, meaning that there was hundreds of people engaging in these activities. That wasn't my experience.
How many people would typically be there?
It's a small batch of people. It's a very intimate group of people.
What would he require for a Wild King night?
I mean, we usually had a laundry list of items that included lights, alcohol, marijuana, ketamine, Molly. We have mushrooms on the top there.
Was the code to the safe 1, 2, 3, 4?
Baby oil and Astroglide were very important. Candles, incense, Apple TVs, electronics, computers, iPads. Obviously, there was, male libido supplements, stuff like that. Those requests started to become more frequent. They started to occur on a daily basis. There was a requirement. We had to keep those things stocked.
Phil, can you come back upstairs to help me set up the red light?
I would get a lot of voice notes from Diddy.
How often?
Daily, hourly, every 5 minutes, every 5 seconds.
Would you ever be asked to bring things to Diddy during a Wild King night while it was ongoing?
Yeah, for sure.
Phil, I need some Cialis. Can you give me 20 Xanax, please? Hey, Phil, I need a plan B. I need 10 Adderall. The mushroom capsules, the microdose. Can you bring that out to me, please?
What would you see when you would go into the room?
There wouldn't be anything happening while you were walking into the room.
But there would be people there.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about who the guests were?
A lot of times it was girls who were a little bit under the radar that didn't have a lot of influence. I think that speaks to the type of situations people were put in. A lot of times you'd have him with a younger female, and there's a power dynamic there. A more impressionable girl is easier to reel in as opposed to somebody who might be a celebrity who not gonna really do too much of that or kind of give some pushback.
How old when you say young?
20s.
So in terms of the criminal charges that Diddy is facing, his team has said he didn't break any laws. These were all consenting adults. The fact that he is facing criminal charges for this shows that the government is sexist and puritanical and uptight, and he was just partying. These were all consenting adults. What do you make of that argument? Was he just partying like a rap star, or do you believe that there were laws that were broken?
Look, there's partying and then there's party. And in my experience, I wasn't in these rooms while these things were happening. Consent is between the people that are engaging, and I wasn't there in these situations to understand the consent. There was guests that would frequently come over and participate in these intimate situations. Sometimes you would see new faces. Sometimes you'd see new faces come in and you wouldn't see them again. I remember a time when Diddy told me to come up and grab one of his guests' bags, take her down in the car and drive her to her hotel. I don't know what took place. All I can say is that when I had brought her down to the car, she was shaking. Visibly shaken. Didn't look like how she looked the night before. She said something to the effect of, "I've never done anything like this before."
Did you ever see Diddy get violent? Did you ever witness violence?
I absolutely witnessed violence, yes. I remember a time when I saw him assault one of his guests at his home in Florida. Things were getting a little heated. They were being very argumentative. He cursed at her. "I told you I was crazy." Kicked her. She fell to the ground. Kicked her again. He said, "Take off my hoodie." She took off the hoodie, threw it at him. She was topless. And my quick thinking was I had a little jacket on. Just took it and covered her. Got her into the Uber and she went home.
Did you ever see her again?
I did. She was showered with gifts. My direct supervisor, Christina, was aware of what happened. Christina told me to never speak about it again. Christina was his day-to-day manager. Eventually, she became the chief of staff. Everybody at that level, kind of has a right-hand man or a right-hand woman. Someone who could be trusted with everything, from personal to business, to good to bad. Felt like a marriage.
This is my soul sister right here. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna toast to you, soul sister.
A lot of times, delegation would come from her.
These are messages you've provided where, according to you, Christina Coram has said he's going to need emergency cleanup at the hotel. Why emergency cleanup? What does that mean?
That means that he destroyed the hotel room. The longer he's there, the more intense the cleanup is going to be.
Hey, yo, Phil, can y'all come straighten it up over here? Not looking luxurious.
That was, for me, probably one of the hardest things to do. When you get there and you see the wreckage, you see the stains, you see the bodily fluids, you see the used condoms, you see the baby oil half-used, the Astroglide oozing down the sides of the bottle, and you have to pick it up. Broken glass, urine, blood. It wasn't uncommon for there to be stains on furniture, stains on sheets that we need to remove. One can only imagine what was actually happening. It's disgusting. It's a little triggering for me because the smell of baby oil is something that, like, I don't ever want to have to smell again. I mean, kid you not, you could slip because there was baby oil over the floor. There would be baby oil surrounding the bathtub, and there would be a bathtub full of water. And you would reach down there to unplug, and you would feel the baby oil was in the tub.
You know, one of the things that the feds have said in their case is that these events were recorded. Did you ever see evidence of video recordings?
Yeah. It was on his devices that were his iPad, his laptop, even his personal phone. I had access to all those things. I would see people engaging in sexual activity.
Did you ever see Diddy engaging in sexual activity?
I wouldn't see him engaging, but I would see him directing. He's usually the one filming, from my experience. You were instructed to scrub these things, search history from the Safari, delete that, delete any photos and videos that might be on these devices. If any of his family members see this, if any of his partners or executives come over and want to use the iPad to present him a deck, they can't see any of that stuff. And you could easily stumble upon those kind of things when you're using those devices. That was my job, is to shield his private life from the public.
Did you ever feel that you were enabling Diddy, or did you ever feel complicit or responsible in any way?
When you're working for someone like that, you are trusting their authority to be sound and capable of making decisions. Moral compass was obviously something I was questioning when I started to experience him. It takes me back to that time, and how I felt and how I looked was very apparent that I was physically not there. Very skinny. A lot of people were asking me if I was sick. I was just pushing myself to the limit because that was the expectation. I couldn't think for myself because everything was about him and the job.
How important was loyalty to Diddy?
Everything. I mean, you don't get that close to him without earning his trust.
Did he ever test you? Did he ever try to make you prove yourself?
Yeah. It's something that I'll never forget, actually. I think my life changed a lot from that day, and I've never really recovered from it. This particular incident, he'd been drinking all day. The party and the group of people got smaller and smaller and smaller. It got condensed down to just a few people. And yeah, hey, set up the vibe upstairs. The vibe is the lights, the alcohol, the drugs, the things that he likes to use when he's gonna party. That wasn't uncommon. I felt like this was a normal thing. But that turned very quickly. I took a shot with him, with the group, which again, wasn't uncommon. It was rare, but it wasn't uncommon for you to, have a drink with him every now and then. That was his way of kind of like making sure you felt comfortable. And then go back to the office, sit there, get summoned again to the room, come take a shot, take a shot. He's out of his mind at this point. I mean, you can tell. And this, again, he's in rare form, as we would call it, rare form.
It's okay. Take your time.
I remember hearing the words, "Prove your loyalty to me, King." He grabbed me by the shoulders, kind of gave me like a quick massage, like a coach would give a player that's about to enter the game in. Handed me a condom. Pushed me to a girl that was on the couch, a guest. I froze before it took place. Didn't know what was really happening. So in the moment, it just felt like, what? Like, is this fun for him? Is this a test? Is this for entertainment? Does he know that he's actually doing this? Is he that gone? I didn't know what to do. She gave me the consent, like, yeah, nodded her head. And I performed for a little bit. And then I ran out of there as soon as I didn't see him at my side anymore.
Why didn't you just say no?
No one knows what it feels like to be in that situation until you're in that situation. I heard about previous employees getting physically assaulted. I saw how angry and upset he could get from the most simplest thing. And I just thought to myself, if I don't do this, I don't know what's gonna happen.
So was that the only time that he forced you to cross a line?
Yeah, when it came to engaging in that type of activity, yeah. I had a great sense of remorse following that situation right from the jump. I wanted to tell somebody, but there was so much at stake. I knew if I had said anything that a kind of bomb would just explode. I hid that from everybody, including my significant other, my family, other employees. I come from a Christian background. I lean on those morals heavily. Sorry. He got me. He got me. It was a circus. He did whatever he wanted. And we were just at his disposal.
Power to the people. Say it, power to the people. Power to the people.
He's a predator. And I mean that in a sexually charged way. I mean that in a manipulation way.
Let's give it up for ourselves.
He has an innate ability to make you feel comfortable and to make you do things for him that you would never do. When the lights go off and the red lights go on, he seemed different. His dark presence, heavy. And that was my experience. That was everybody's experience who knew him beyond the lights and cameras. I'm hoping my story and my truth can help others get to the light, because it's dark. around him. It's very dark.